Mitchell Marsh was one of the few bright spots in another disappointing Australian batting performance. The visitors were bowled out for 261 in their first innings in Abu Dhabi, chasing Pakistan's first innings 570 for 6 declared, and Marsh scored 87 out of those runs. Speaking afterwards, he conceded that the Australian batsmen had let themselves down, but promised to keep fighting the Australian way as his team stared at a big fourth innings target, Pakistan having stretched their lead to 370 by the end of the third day.
Oh, yeah, I just went out there and tried to play my natural game. Obviously, it was a little bit tougher losing a few wickets around me, but I just tried to put that out of my head and just bat the way I do. And yeah, it was obviously good fun to get a few runs, but as we know, we're behind the eight ball in this match. I certainly think over the last probably 12 months, I've matured as a batsman, and I've worked out what works for me. And I think all cricketers growing up go through that period. So yeah, like I said, there's things that are working for me at the moment, and I'll continue to work hard on those areas of my game, and hopefully I can keep scoring runs for Australia. Oh, look, I think it's just learning my game, learning how I want to play. I probably got a little bit caught up when I first came into the first class scene of trying to play too cute and look like a real batsman, rather than just going out there and backing my own ability and taking the game on, because that's when I play my best cricket, and that's when most players play their best cricket. So that's been the biggest thing for me, and hopefully that can continue. Oh yeah, there's no doubt that we didn't make enough runs as the whole batting group this innings. The wicket itself's pretty flat. Their spinners bowled really well, and obviously they had the ball reverse swinging, so it was a pretty all-round effort from their bowling attack, and they put us under the pump and bowled us out for that total. So, like I said, we're behind the eight ball, but we'll keep fighting the Australian way. Yeah, I think Shane Watson's, like you said, is the premier all-rounder in Australian cricket, and I have utmost respect for that, and he's been a great help for me over the last few years in and out of the Australian team. So at the end of the day, if you score enough runs, and they have to pick you. So when the time comes, and hopefully we get to play with each other in the same side in Perth in a couple of weeks. I certainly learned a few lessons from Dubai, and that's probably the first real time that I've sort of faced a spin attack like that, where with the added pressure of it being my first Test match. So I learned a great few lessons in that Test match, and hopefully I can continue learning, play on different